working at the supermarket. Now who's the cornball? Who still stands down for the cause? Dog, in 2013, what you said was a slap in the face to Martin Luther King's dream. Some respect for Malcolm X and everybody else that lost their life in the fight for civil rights. This goes out to the cornball, Rob Parker. AKA now I ain't got a job, Parker. Some learn the hard way.
Welcome everyone, welcome back. We're joined by our next, our special guest, and that is, his name is Quistar. I'm sure I don't even need to introduce him, but I will. But you can find him, you're in DC, guys. Check out your DC sports blog, Washington Post. You want to read an article that was just written about the man. It's up, it's awesome. I really love it. So Q, thanks for joining Clutch Sports Radio, Coleman and I. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. You know, blessed to be where I'm at. You know, glad for this opportunity that you guys had me on. You know, feeling really good right now.
Well, no, thank you, man. We appreciate you taking the time. So, again, I read a little bit. I've been on your site. I've been checking out your music. But starting with this song, Change That Game. I love this song. Let me tell you, I'm a dude that I love old school rap. You know, I love I love Tupac and Biggie, man. I grew up with some NWA, Ice Cube. I'm that dude. You know, like I mess with a little bit of everything. Bone Thugs. I mean, you name it. And I really love what you did here, because, you know, who doesn't love Tupac and that song that he did, you know? And that's what it takes me back, man. But I love your positive message. And that's the part that I just played. It's really positive. I love your lyrics, you know, in terms of so much negativity going on right now, man. But so tell me, where did this come about? Especially the positive side. I love it. Where did it start?
Well, obviously, you know, originally just the whole thing stemmed from, you know, being a sports fan and sitting, you know, watching First Take, watching ESPN like I do every morning, and, you know, seeing the comments that were made and kind of rubbing me the wrong way, not only because Rob was my friend, I've been knowing him, but also just because of, you know, I come from a community where it's kind of, you know, poverty-stricken and kids kind of grow up on the wrong values. I was a victim of that as a kid. I kind of got a chance to, you know, grow out of that and make a different direction. And I want the same for, you know, people around me. And it's like, I see Robert come through and he does, you know, everything he did for our city and to uplift us and everybody, you know, feeling real positive. It's like a real positive vibe going on, even not in our city, but just around the world. But, you know, people take pride in it that he, you know, made the history here. And then, you know, when to see those comments, and I kind of felt like, you know, it just when I say us, I don't mean us as black people, and I mean us as America, as a culture, as a society, set us back like 100 years just to say something like that. You know what I'm saying? On a national level like that, for people to even receive that message and kind of even let that go to their brains and question it. You're not supposed to ever question, I feel like, you know, someone else's personality or the way they are based on their color or anything like that. You know, everybody should be judged, you know. Nobody should really even be judged, you know. Everybody should just be kind of respected in their own manner, and, you know, for what they do and what they contribute to the world. And so, you know, sitting back on that for a while, I always even talked to Robert about it. I always told him, like, man, I'll make a song eventually, man. And then, you know, his sister was actually talking to me and trying to give me some tips on how to, you know, make some moves and get to the next level in my music. And she was asking me to have any clean music, any music that was no profanity, anything like that. And I was telling her, nah, I really didn't. I had a few songs, but so I kind of took that on as a challenge. And I told Robert to give me a few beats, a few songs that he really liked that, you know, maybe I could make songs to that he could work out to and he liked, you know. So he gave me maybe, I got 3 mixtapes, maybe 15 beats. And I just picked a few of them out of there, you know. I kind of wanted to still put my own, you know, twist to the mixtape, my own, you know, control with it to show them, you know, just to show everybody, you know, like, it's not, I don't have to be conformed to the traditions of hip-hop or anything. I can make music about anything that's, you know, anything I'm inspired by. So, you know, me being inspired by him in this situation, it just kind of came about in that manner. You know, he gave me the beat. He told me he liked that beat. That was one of them that was on the text message, and then I kind of just picked that one and a few others, but that one in particular, and I just felt like it. I guess it just came out. You know, I had it in my mind. I was gonna do that whole, you know, address that topic, but you know, I always say God's timing. You know, it just worked out in the right time, and everything happened perfectly. And you know, I'm talking to y'all now.
Dijon, thank you very much, because you're the one that that brought my attention to Q. But you're listening to Clutch Sports Radio. We're joined by Quistar. He wrote the song "Change That Game." That it's pretty high. It's pretty awesome. It's out right now. You can check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. And Q, love the song, and it's pretty funny how you mentioned that you kind of changed your music a little bit too, made it a little more clean, and it's kind of funny because it's like the music and the song kind of match Robert's personality and really the image that he's trying to portray, and I really like that about it. One of the things
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things that I really liked and saw there that, you know, when these comments initially came out, you kind of tried to keep quiet. But I guess when did that kind of change, and were you kind of thinking that you would like to try to do something with your talent, to let the Redskins fans and NFL fans and people around the world know that this shouldn't have been said?
See, honestly, that was the biggest thing. Like in the beginning when he first said it, like I always look at Robert like, it's my homie. At the same time, it's like I see him as I really look up to him as an idol, like as a for a figure for what he does, just the image that he does portray, just for people to be themselves, have fun, and still work hard and be determined and be competitive, and that's kind of the drive I try to bring forth in my music. So it was more or less. Trying to figure out the best way to put it. I guess it was just, through time, like I said, the more and more I thought about it, the more and more I talked to him more and more every day. And just seeing, like, this dude, this is not an act he's putting up. This is not just an image he's trying to portray. This is really him. So, like I said, the more and more I was around him, the more and more kind of just got under my skin. And, like I said, I told him I was going to do the next thing. I told him I was going to do something. I really made it for him. That was the biggest thing, I guess, why I'm so overwhelmed by the responses from everybody, because I wasn't even expecting any of this. I wasn't even making it for me as an artist to try to get to another level with it like this. I actually drop a mixtape every Friday. You go to my website, you'll see I got the 50 Fridays series going, and I drop a mixtape every Friday. And those are more for my personal, just to kind of get stuff out of my chest and for my fans. But at the same time, this one was more, I told him this was for him. I was trying to make something that he could, be inspired by and listen to. Really just trying to return the favor of what he does for me every day when I text him and call him, just encouraging words, and he always uplift me and give me good advice and just good, good spirit, remind me everything is good and stay positive. So I was trying to do the same for him, just, the best way I could. And I just felt like I had to address that topic because not only for him, but just for everybody, just for the world. I felt like kind of, I know the dude lost his job and everything, but I just kind of felt like, nobody really just kind of stood forth and really spoke on it and countered it and corrected it. So that's, that was just my whole standpoint on it. Like, let me kill a few birds with one stone if I can, so.
No, that was a great job. We're joined by Quistar. You can check him out on his website. It's quistar-go.com, and it's QUI star go.com. He's got tons of video. He's got his music up. You can check out his every Friday, what he just mentioned, his bio to get to know who he is. He's got great stuff, all kinds of good videos. So check out qstar-go.com. Now, Q, let me ask you a little football question over here. You know Robert, you played basketball with him, against him, back in the day in high school. You competed against this guy. You see him, what he did at Baylor, brought the community together, brought the team together, brought a Heisman Trophy to that school, attention, you name it. And now he just did pretty much the same thing for the Washington Redskins. It had been years, Q, since the Redskins had gone and won the NFC Championship, and they did that with two rookies, but the main man, Robert Griffin III, leading the pack. He goes down, but so many things have come out. He's supernatural, he's this. You know him, you know what kind of dude, you know how his brain works. Better than us, better than I, better than Coleman. What do you think is going to happen? Where do you think he's at mentally with this whole, his injury and getting back on the field come game day?
If you listen to the mixtape on one of the songs, I was like, I had breakfast with Robert Griffin in the morning, and it actually did it, at that particular time where I was working on that song maybe a month ago, and I was we was joking around with him. I was trying to get him to come play basketball, and he was like, nah, I could run and jump if I really wanted to, but, the coach, they don't want that, and, it's best for me to just rest right now, so I kind of just, I kept that in my mind, just seeing how disciplined he is, and at the same time I see that he's focused, he's trying to make it back, like I say, I really was trying to stress the whole theme of week 1 Superman Returns through the mixtape, and just for, even for him and the fans, just for everybody that took the time out to listen to it, just to kind of keep that thing going, keep tweeting it, keep, putting it back in his head that, that's what, everybody's supporting him. But I think mostly he's just, focused on, I think he really wants to come back for week 1, for, like I said, for the fans and just for himself, because he's really determined, he really, a lot of the stuff he does is kind of battling against himself. Like, he doesn't even kind of look at people or the legends or the records as competition. He really that's just naturally him. He just wants to win, wants to do the best he can do. So I really think, I think he'll come back for week 1. I think he'll make it week 1. But if not, it's not going to be like a red flag or anything. It's just going to be more of a, he's just being cautious and, come back when he's ready. But, my gut says week 1, Superman Returns.
Gotcha. Hey, and Q, I gotta ask you, because Redskins fans up here always wonder, people that had followed RG3 for a while, maybe Baylor fans, from back when he was in college, are you guys Redskins fans now, or are you just RG3 fans? Because I know Baylor, obviously close to Cowboys territory down there. Maybe you yourself, are you a Cowboys fan? Are you a Redskins fan, or just RG3 fan?
Me, myself, personally, I am a Redskins fan because, I know I play basketball, so I know as much as I love RG3, as much as I'm a fan of him, that, he can't do it by himself. The team has to be there to lift him, and the way they accepted him,